Okay, so today we're doing a lower body focused hamstring day. We're gonna start off with seated leg curls. Okay, we're gonna really focus on doing 2 sets to 30, really lightweight. We're just gonna pump some blood in there before we go into our working sets. What we're going to do is 10 repetitions. Each rep we're going to hold at the bottom for about 2 to 3 second count. And then as soon as we're done with the 10th rep, we should be pretty fatigued by that point. We're just going to pulse it out. So you're only going to see my legs kind of just twitching a little bit. Even though it's not a full contraction, those last remaining muscle fibers are still being worked, guys. Those are the real important ones to keep hitting. Alright, so now we're moving on to stiff leg deadlifts. I like stiff legs a little better than RDLs because it forces you to stop at the bottom and really tighten up the hamstrings, and you get that forceful contraction to move the weight up. RDLs are fine too. They both have their purpose and everything, but for this specific exercise, we're going to do stiff legs today.
Insignificant, but no one really knows what's going on. Don't understand this love. It's a blast my face.
The stiff legs that forces you to stop, and it really forces you to put a lot of power and stuff and contraction in your glutes and really throw your hips forward. So this is especially good for powerlifters, right? For people who squat and deadlift regularly.
Notice that I do not put collars on this bar, and the reason for that is because collars can hide discrepancies in your movement patterns. So for example, if the plate's shifting over to the end, there's probably something there that should be addressed, and you cannot tell that if you are using a collar.
What we want seems so insignificant, but no one really knows what's going on. Understand this love. It's a blast my face. It's insanity. It's insanity.
Right now, it's actually pretty coincidental that David and I are moving to the same split. So what I'm doing is I'm going from legs push-pull to legs, chest and back, arms and shoulders. Now, the reason for this is because I have a tendency to overdo chest and back volume and underdo arm and shoulder volume.
So just to add on to what Noah was just saying about our split, so we're going to be hitting every body part twice a week. However, on the leg days, one of the leg days is going to be more of a quad focus day. Today you're seeing more of a hamstring focus day. Now that doesn't mean we're not going to be hitting quads on the hamstring focus day. And it doesn't mean we're not going to be hitting hamstrings on the quad focus day. It's just the majority of our effort is going to be put towards one or the other that day. What we're doing now is we're moving on to the single leg hamstring curl, okay? This is a standing single leg hamstring curl. What I love about this machine, and I don't see it in a whole lot of gyms, so I'm really happy that ours does, is it allows you to work each hamstring unilaterally. For me, I have a very weak, inactive left hamstring compared to my right one. That happens a lot when you focus strictly on bilateral compound movements, and it develops weaknesses in your movement pattern. Noah was talking about that earlier. When you don't put the collars on, you can kind of see the movement pattern discrepancies that set in sometimes. So this allows you to focus on unilateral hamstring work. That way you can strengthen each one of them simultaneously, so that when you move on to the bilateral compound movements, you're even stronger. And it helps with a well-developed physique. Also, I like to start with my weakest leg. That way, you're not too fatigued. It's the same concept as, if you're starting with a weak body part during your training, say your calves. A lot of people say that sort of stuff till the end, when in reality, you're going to be too tired to give it the effort that it needs. Thing we're going to end up with here is we're going to do walking lunges, okay? You can either do it with body weight, you can do it with a fixed barbell like I'm going to do. What we're going to be doing is going down to that weight stack and back, okay? That's one set. We're going to be doing 3 sets of that. Noah and I are going to be going back and forth with them. Guys, thanks for tuning along with us. We did a lower body day, hamstring focus. Took Noah through some different techniques that I don't think he's done in a while.
No, it's been a while. I've been doing a little bit of strength training, so it's good to change it up.
I think both of our goals are kind of aligning more towards hypertrophy for at least the next 8 to 12 months foreseeably. So starting incorporating a couple things you saw on the seated hamstring curls where we did a lot of rest pause and some pulsing at the end. And then you saw some other things with the RDLs, the stiff legs, where we were really working on exploding up, controlling the eccentric down. And then I think Noah's favorite, the lunges there at the end.
Yeah, Jesus, man, those are tough. If you haven't done lunges in a while, get to them. But as you can see, we still did work in a decent amount of quads. You know, they're obviously there.
Yeah, we hit the sissy squats there at the end for a burnout set. The lunges are really one of my favorite lower body development movements. And depending on the angle at which you make the step and your torso is going to make it dependent on whether it's more quad focused or more hamstring glute focused. I tend to kind of switch it up halfway through, especially on these sort of days when I'm not hitting a lot of quads directly. But definitely a killer, definitely a killer. So I think the next thing we have on tap for our split is going to be shoulders and arms. So we'll try to get some footage for that for you guys too. But go follow Noah at Noah David Lee on Instagram. I'm at Mathis Fitness on Instagram. And please like, subscribe, and share this video if you guys like it, and hit that little notification button. And Noah and I will be back soon with another video.
Yeah, guys, if you enjoy watching our splits, watching us train, if you're learning anything, just let us know and we'll keep it coming.
Absolutely. I'm going to put a link to Noah's channel in the description box below. Take care, guys.